How's it going, everybody? We're tuning in from St. Paul. I hope everybody made it home safely. I know that there was a lot of ice outside. Hopefully you are inside now and you can put your skates away. If you have bald tires on your vehicle, you learn quick that you need to get those changed. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the letter that Jude sent out of the Bible, just 2 sentences or 3 or so. And I also want to go over a story on an exact example, but more or less why I listen to my clients when they forewarn me about a situation or a problem. So you'll get to hear about that fun story coming up right now. I want to jump right into Jude. You'll have kind of a summary. Maybe it'll pique some interest on you going ahead and picking up your own Bible and reading it. But let's go ahead and dive into the first 2 sentences, and then we'll get into the real estate story on why I always listen to my clients' words and I don't overlook them by any means. It's going to be a good one. So I'm just going to read some highlighted areas here just to give you a summary again. I want to set some context behind how this story came about and why I've been meditating on this word for the day. So Jude is also sending a warning, which is why it ties perfectly into my real estate story. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So we do not know where he sent this letter. We're talking about Jude, but the message he was sending is very clear. Christians must stand firm against false teachers and their false doctrines. Warning number 1. And then here comes another one. He described them as lawless, lustful, who scheme for their own gain. Jude challenged his readers to be faithful followers of Jesus Christ to help others who were wavering in their faith. So Jude is just pretty much letting us know that our brothers and sisters are going to need some help. They're going to need to be held by the hand. If they're not strong in their faith, they're going to need you to hold a bottle of milk to their mouth and keep them on track. So not to be too humorous about it, but that's more or less what Jude is talking about. So let's get into this story that I wanted to tell you on how my real estate business became a ministry. And that was one of the first couple of transactions that I put together. The first house that I actually had helped this beautiful family. It was an amazing ending to it, but this house sat on the market. This house sat on the market for quite some time, and we were trying to get down to the bottom line on what was going on. Why this house wasn't selling. So I met up with the seller and they revealed a truth that hadn't been brought up before. They warned me, however, that it was going to be scary, that there was some demonic presence that was involved, and this was something that was ongoing for a couple of years inside of their house. So it was of no surprise why this house was sitting on the market. 40 plus showings within a 14-day time span in 2 weeks. However, the house was not selling. Priced perfectly. What was going on? As we dug deeper, I remember the situation. We were in the backyard and it was just with the wife. I had a real estate partner of mine on my real estate team with me at the time, and he's a strong believer. He's strong in his faith as well. And then we also had someone new on the team who was with us, and they were just seeing how real estate works, and they wanted to be a part of what we were doing and just see exactly how you talk to clients and the things that happen when you're selling a house. So it comes to find out that my client pulls me to the side because they knew me more than they knew my other real estate teammate, and they said, "Hey Jason, I just want to let you know there is some demonic presence that goes on in that house. That is why this house isn't selling." They knew it by sense. Inside of the house there was an aroma that was undeniable. It was something so terrible. It was like trash that hadn't been taken out. And that happened at various times of the day, and there would be times where not everyone in the house could smell it, so it was just certain people who were sensitive to it inside of the house. Now this leads into me jumping right into, oh, we're gonna go pray that demon out. So little did the seller know that my teammate was also strong in his faith, like what I was saying, and we actually went over the Bible. We read out of Proverbs. We did that every morning before we even made phone calls or set out upon our day. So she said, okay, yeah, let's go pray inside of the house. However, I just think me and you should go do it. I don't want any demons to kind of rub off on your teammate. I don't know how strong they are in their faith, and it's very personal. I said, hold on, let me just ask him. And sure enough, I asked my team member, and he's like, of course, this is what we got into this marketplace to do. We're going to get inside of there, and we're going to pray that demon out. Now, the newer teammate, actually, I forewarned him and let him know that, hey, there is probably going to be some serious prayer going on. There is going to be some casting out of demons going on. I probably suggest that you might want to stick this one out. It's completely up to you. He said, yeah, give me the keys. He waited in the car. So we go downstairs into the basement and we start praying. I mean, praying all out. For a good 45 minutes, all out prayer, letting the demon know that he had no authority, no grounds, and no invitation, and no household, no stay, no anything, parking pass, nothing. Got to get far out, not just the community and the neighborhood, not just the state, but out of existence. Had to go, have no choice. And we sat down there, we're closing our eyes, and I might have been the loudest, I might have been the second loudest. I think I was the first loudest praying. Glory be to God, the house sold that day, that same day after we got done praying. The next showing was the client who bought that house after we were done praying. That is when I realized I am sent into the market not only to just show houses and sell houses, but this is a whole ministry that erupted. So now a lot of my clients have been believers, most of them, probably all of them, if I were to look back on it. And I just want to go ahead and give this testimony out just to let you guys know that I really pay attention to warnings. You guys should as well, all the warnings that are in the Bible. But especially if a client is telling me something and they're warning me about, a viewpoint, or I'm just very receptive of what people are saying and what's going on. That is how you get to the real solution. So if we conquered that giant, that just goes to show that there literally is no job too big or too small for myself and my real estate team, which is why I want to send out an open invitation. If you would like to start looking at houses, or maybe you're kicking around the idea of selling your house, feel free to send me a text message. If it's, in the evening, I actually prefer it in the evening. If you are an evening person, that's perfect. If you work a day shift and you want to go look at some homes during the evening, let's do that. If you want to discuss some market value on your home, or maybe you got some crazy smells or you got some crazy sights inside of your house and you need some demon casters to come in there and pray it out. Hey, as funny and as much of a smile that I have on my face, because I actually, am active on the front lines doing this consistently in people's lives. So it's something that's not so normal to your everyday person, but it is normal to me. And I just want to give you my cell phone number. I have you guys who are not too huge of an audience to where it's going to be crazy and abrupt. So my cell phone number, it will be in the description, but it's 612-407-3459. Again, you can feel free to give me a phone call. If you get a voicemail, just leave a message saying, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about XYZ. Give me a call back when you have a chance. If you prefer text, hey, let's do that route as well. Super easy to get a hold of me. I just gave you my cell phone number. And with that being said, you guys have a beautiful evening. May peace be with you and blessings.